If you want to generate SEO audits for your clients, get a list of site optimization tips, or pull some simple SEO reporting, then SiteGuru could be a powerful tool that you can use in your business. But is it any good? I'm going to tell you right now that there are a few important things you need to be aware of. Now, feel free to jump chapters or skip until the end to hear my final verdict. If you're looking for the best software that you could use to grow your business, I have my private Notion doc of my must-have SaaS tools for digital entrepreneurs. I update this Notion spreadsheet on a regular basis, and you can grab this for free by clicking the link down in the description below. So SiteGuru is a tool that crawls your website and provides you with a full SEO audit with essentially a checklist of what you should improve, and you can create SEO reports that you can share with your clients. I had SiteGuru crawl 2 of my websites. And since you can connect your Google Search Console and Google Analytics, you could view that data inside SiteGuru. So you could see how many visits you've received, and it also shows you how many pages it crawls, and it shows you the overall site health. Now let's jump into one of my affiliate sites, and let's take a look at the SEO report. You can set the time frame at the top right. So I'm going to say maybe 30 days versus the previous period. Then click on Go, and all of the reports down here will update. Okay, at least some of them. The focus keywords show you, I believe, 7-day period, but everything else will update according to the time frame you set above. So we could see the analytics and site health over the past month. So you can see how many sessions you received, clicks, and your site health. SiteGuru also tracks keywords as well. So you can actually upload focus keywords and you can track the position over time. It also shows you the top keywords that are pulled from Google Search Console with the position, how many clicks they received, and also top pages according to the number of clicks they received. And here are the 2 lists, the SEO checklists that you can access. So you have the technical to-do list and also content. So I have 4 technical issues I need to fix on my website and about 8 content issues I need to address as well. And as we scroll, this is one of my favorite features is the site structure. So you could see how your site, according to the URLs, how they are nested and structured. This gives you a nice overview of the lay of the land in terms of how all of your pages are related to one another. So for my blog, it looks like I have 1, 2, 3 blog articles. I have the contact page, so on and so forth. And then we could also see the page health for each one of these URLs as well. They also have what is called the site tree, which is similar to that bottom table. So if you hover over overview and click on site tree, you could also see visually how all the pages are interlinked with one another. Now to go back to the main overview page, you can click on overview or click on that URL. And to be honest with you, it is kind of hard to get a grasp of where exactly you are inside the tool, because if you click on overview, you'll go to this page. Sometimes I accidentally click on websites and then it goes back to my websites page. So then I would need to go back into my website report, but I don't know why this website's link is there when I could just basically find my website at the top right here. So the UI, UX, it looks nice, but as you are diving in and really going into the nitty-gritty, it does take some time getting used to in terms of navigating all of these reports and understanding where you are inside the tool, because as you'll notice, all of these reports look pretty much the same, and you do need to kind of step back and try to think, okay, where are you? Where am I supposed to click to find exactly what I'm looking for? Okay, so I want to touch on the focus keywords because this is a tool that also tracks keywords that you specifically wanted to monitor. Okay, so you can add focus keywords by clicking on this button right here, and then you can have it suggest more keywords, or you can manually add keywords as well. And I believe for the most part, these keywords are being pulled from Google Search Console. Now to go back, I believe I can click, okay, I need to click on focus keyword. So there, as you see, I was kind of confused as to how do I go back. And here we are, we could see our keywords, what page they are ranking for, the progress in terms of optimizing, and also the average position over the past 7 days. Now from here, you can click into one of these keywords and it should go into the keyword report for ultrasonic diffuser. So you can see performance data around this keyword I'm actively tracking. This is the target page. And then they also give you some next actions as well to improve your keyword ranking. So for page health, improve the health score of this page. So when I first read this, I was kind of confused because I'm currently in the ultrasonic diffuser report, keyword report, but then it's telling me to improve the health score of this page. And when I click into it, I don't know exactly what page it's talking about. I thought it should be about the keyword, but when you go up here, it's this page. So improve the health score of my best ultrasonic diffusers page. So again, the UI, it looks nice, but you do need to kind of take some time to think about what everything means, okay? So you can see here, this page has an SEO score of 62. And for the content analysis, we have the option to see suggestions. So these next actions are not too helpful for me because there's really no checklist. So you actually need to click on Open Page Report, and then you'll see this table slide from the right-hand side. So page report for this one right here, this is my page title and the URL. So this is the SEO audit for this URL. So it looks like I have a handful of broken links. So I have 9 broken links. But as I'm looking at these URLs, these actually are valid URLs. So this is my blog page. So let me click into this link. And this is my blog, okay? So it is working perfectly fine. Now, one caveat is this has the trailing / but my actual page does not have the trailing /. So this is a redirect. It's not a broken link. So not exactly sure why they're listing out all of these pages as broken, for, contact. This is my contact page. So it is working. So this broken link report is not accurate, at least for my website. And this page has too many H1 tags. Now to view them, you need to click on See All Headings on Page, and then it'll show you this right over here. And clicking on that basically takes you to the headings tab, okay? So you need to know how this tool kind of functions. So it's basically all of these buttons are basically redirecting you to these different tabs up above. But then this is your checklist. So we passed most of all of these checks. So internal links, open graph tags, so on and so forth. And if you want to drill down, you can click on traffic and keywords. So this shows you the exact number of page views over the past about a month, traffic sources, search performance. So this all does come from Google Search Console. And then your timeline basically shows you the health over time. So as you improve the SEO on this URL, you should see the page health change. And it also checks the page speed as well. Okay, so it took me to this full page. So I'm on this page report. Now let me go back to page speed. Okay, now I have a page speed of a 95 out of 100. So pretty good, right? So nothing to really touch here. Link suggestions. And it's telling me to add links to these URLs on my website. So my How to Clean a Diffuser blog article and the Best Nebulizing Diffusers page. This is the anchor text and then the keyword context. So this is pretty helpful because it tells you exactly where to link on the page. And for link overview, we can see there are 12 inbound links to this page, and then this page is linking out to 18 outbound internal links. So these are still internal links. I would hope that it would list the actual external links pointing to websites other than mine, but it's 12 inbound links and then 18 outbound external links. And then you saw the headings report right here. And another thing to note as well in terms of the UI. So for my headings tab, it says structure here. So as I was analyzing this section, I was a little confused. And then for link overview, it says links, suggestions, internal link suggestions. So this page, I really wish they called it, page report right here instead of changing this for the specific tab, right? Because if you click on the tab, you know what tab you're on. You don't need to change, this right here. So I would call this page report. It'll just make things a little bit easier in terms of where I'm at on the tool. Okay, so I'm on the timeline. But then if you click here to page, it goes to the SEO Audit tab. So a little confusing. Now to go a step up, you can click on the URL and it should go back to this main page right here. Now, if you were to ask me, how did I get to that page report? I actually don't even remember how I got there. But anyways, we saw that page report. And actually, I do remember it's under the focus keywords, right? So I clicked into, I believe, this one, and then it took me to here, the report for this specific keyword, okay? Now for insights, if you click on insights, you could view the overall insights for your website. So some metrics pulled from Google Search Console and analytics. You could view your top performing pages, traffic sources, your top keywords, and content that needs attention. So these pages used to do well, but now rank lower and get less traffic. Consider updating the content on the page. And then we also have the low-hanging fruit report. So these pages rank on page 1 and 2, but are not in the top 3. So this is actually a very actionable report because these keywords are just ranking okay. But if you optimize these URLs to better target these keywords, you do have a really good chance to increase the position of these low-hanging fruit keywords. So I really do like this report. And you could see your branded and non-branded keyword performance right over here. So this is our main insights report for our website. But if you hover over insights and click on keywords, you could view your keywords insights. So you have a nice overview of how your keywords are performing. You could also take a look at new keywords that your website is ranking for. I'm actually surprised by this. So for essential oils, I'm in position 27 and it increased 33 slots. And I believe that is over the past 7 days. So right now I have 30 days. Let's just say, for example, 6 months and click on go. Let's see if the positions change. Okay, so I was actually wrong there. It's actually dependent on the date range you set up above. So this is another place where they can improve the tool because they should maybe have a pop-up that shows you the date range that it's comparing for these positions. And I really wish the date actually was sticky and it appears regardless of how far down you go, because if you are in this section of the report, you don't know exactly what the date range is unless you remember what you've selected up on top. And then you can also view your lost keywords over the last 6 months. And there are tons of other insights you can pull as well in terms of content. So this is the content report. So instead of listing out the keywords, they are now listing out the pages. The two reports that I think are most helpful are the competing content and the content requiring attention report. So let's click on competing content. Right now, there are no competing pages found, so there is no keyword cannibalization and content requiring attention. There are 5 pages. Now, what exactly does requiring attention mean? That is a good question. I don't know exactly why they listed out these pages. Is it because I have low Google clicks? But then I do have 61 clicks for the essential oil uses benefits page. But the page score, it looks like there is no score. So I believe that is why it is requiring attention. So I'm not exactly sure why they listed out these specific pages. But I am curious about this one. So I'm going to click into my essential oil uses benefits page. And now it does pull out this tray from the right-hand side. So I'm under the traffic and keywords tab. So page not checked. That's one thing I noticed about this tool is that when I was using this tool earlier, I did notice that SiteGuru didn't crawl a good chunk of my URLs for whatever reason. So for this URL, the page was not checked. I can click into it, and this is my page, right? So it is live. It isn't a broken page. If I click on check again, we can have it crawl again, and let's see if it works this time. Okay, so it says we checked your page again. So now it did officially crawl it. So this issue is pretty common. I did have to force SiteGuru to manually crawl many pages. Not exactly sure why. It might be my website or the tool itself. But anyways, so this is the traffic and keywords report for this specific URL. So in terms of what I need to do, right? Because if you look here, content requiring attention, what exactly do I need to do? So maybe if I click on SEO Audit, okay, so here is the things I need to do. So I need to fix my broken links, remove all of the H1 tags and keep just one, fix my internal redirects, and everything else seems to be good. So in terms of the actual issues, it's actually not too bad, right? So maybe it's because most of my pages are well optimized that they still added it here, but I really wish they did offer a little bit more guidance, okay? So right now we are here. So other insights, the Google Update report. So if you have clients, you most likely will be discussing all of the algorithm updates. So you can actually find the ones in this dropdown. So there was a June core update, and you can show update impact, and it gathers your data. And it says, congratulations, the site performed significantly better after the June core update. The site got 100% more clicks compared to before the update. So this is actually a very helpful report that you can share with your clients. And you can see the impact overview as well. I really like this Google visibility over time. There's also a click-through rate report insight. So it looks like I don't have too many click-throughs. My affiliate site does not get a lot of traffic. So this report as of right now isn't too helpful, at least for me. And I am noticing here, so click-through report, but then it says click-through rates. So I really wish they named this more accurately or use a different phrase that will kind of help me understand where I really am, like on the whole tool itself. Okay, so we went through the insights. So now for the content, if you click on content, I guess it goes directly to the page titles, which is this one right over here. So these are all of the page titles, and then you could basically audit the length. So my best nebulizing diffusers page has a title tag that's a little bit on the longer side. So what we could do is have the AI suggest a new SEO title tag. And it is right here, and it's actually not too bad. We can also have it try again to come up with something else. And then if we like it, we could copy it to the clipboard and we can update our page. We could also take a look at, meta descriptions. So we could see where we are missing meta descriptions or any that are either too short or too long. I'm noticing these ones here. So Rocky Mountain Oils reviews. I don't know why this does not show a meta description count, because I'm quite confident that I did add a meta description here. Now let me open up the page source. I am using rank math, and here is my meta description. So get our honest Rocky Mountain oil reviews on their essential oils, diffusers, blends, so on and so forth. So I do have a meta description. So I'm not exactly sure why it is not showing the meta description. Now let me click on view report. Okay, so I think that's the reason why, because SiteGuru, for whatever reason, was not able to crawl the page. So if I click on check again, let's see if it's able to crawl it. And I wonder if the meta description report will update. Okay, so it did successfully crawl. Now let me exit out of this panel and let me scroll. Okay, so it's still here. It's still not showing. Let's see. Let me refresh and see if it actually changes the report. And yep, it's still not showing. So a little odd. Now, aside from the content, you can also take a look at the technical aspects. So I'm going to click on technical. So this is my indexing report. So I have 11 indexable pages. I have 18 submitted and indexed. Not exactly sure what's the difference. So indexability, it's about whether a page can be indexed by search engines. Now, Google indexation status If a page is indexable, it may still not be indexed by search engines. So I believe that is the difference here. I wish they included another square that showed us the pages that are submitted but not indexed, right? That would actually be more helpful than this right here. So these are all of the pages in my indexing report. So it is indexable, submitted, and indexed. You could see the date it was last crawled, so on and so forth. These URLs, I have no idea, submitted and indexed. So I guess we need to wait until they get indexed, I assume. And for other technical reports, we could see sitemap, canonical, structured data, hreflangs. So all of the main technical aspects of your site, you could view the reports and links. So if you click on links, you could take a look at all of broken links. So if I click on links, it takes me to the broken links report, and it's right here. If I click on internal linking, it goes to the internal links and orphan pages report. So the way that it links from the navigation is kind of confusing. So if I click on content, it goes to the page titles page. If I click on technical, it goes to the indexing page. If I click on links, it goes to broken links, which is at the middle section right here. So kind of confusing. So these are all of my broken links. It's a 403. I highly doubt this is a broken link, humidifier versus diffuser. So let's take a look here. Okay, so yeah, this is not a broken link. So linking pages, there are multiple. So these are all of the pages that are linking to the humidifier versus diffuser page. And in terms of the anchor text, I can guarantee you it's not in the body copy. It's most likely in the navigation. If I open up how to clean a diffuser, and if I search for humidifier versus diffuser, nothing is showing up. So it is not on the body copy, it's on the navigation, which is right here, humidifier versus diffuser. Now for the footer, it's not linked in the footer. So this report isn't totally accurate, unfortunately. Now I'm not exactly sure why it says 403 forbidden. That's a little frustrating. Now if I click on internal linking, this is my main links report. So we could take a look at all of the pages here, internal links. We could take a look at the page reports for each one, see all of the internal links, and also get internal link suggestions. Now, one of the most helpful features is the report builder. So for the majority of us, we have SEO clients. The people who are using this tool have SEO clients, right? And reporting is extremely important. And I really like how SiteGuru does offer the report builder. Okay, so you can create a new report and you have a few options here. You can create one from scratch, or you have these two options that are pre-made templates. So a website audit report or an SEO performance report, or you could do a CSV export. I did a website audit report. So if you click on use template, it'll run that report, and then it'll be in your reports tab. So if you click onto it, nothing happens. Let me click on it again. Okay, now it opens up. So this is the website audit report for my website. So it has your to-do list here. You could actually click and then it'll go to the SiteGuru report. That feature I don't think is too helpful because if you share it with a client or a prospective client, they most likely won't have access to SiteGuru. So not exactly sure why they linked to an internal SiteGuru page, but these are all of your issues you should be fixing. And then a lot of the issues that I passed. Okay, so I do like how it is nicely laid out, easy to read for the most part. Now I know this is not accurate. Pages without page title. Humidifier versus diffuser. This has a page title. So this is inaccurate. And I believe it might be because it wasn't able to crawl the URL for whatever reason, which is why it is showing as missing. That's the only reason why I think the reports are not totally accurate, unless it's looking at something else, and then the H1 tag, so on and so forth. Okay, so this is how the report looks like. We can download it as a PDF or print it. So I'm going to save it as a PDF. And this is how the PDF report looks like. Okay, so this is the first page and the second page, SEO to-do list, third page, so on and so forth. So it looks exactly like this one right here. Now, if you want to schedule reports, that feature is coming soon. So if you have clients, I would probably do this on a monthly basis. Now let's go to site settings. So this is important, especially if you have a large website and you don't want to necessarily crawl the entire website, or maybe you want SiteGuru to only focus on a portion of your website. This is where you can tell SiteGuru what it should crawl or what it shouldn't crawl. So you can have it crawl all pages or only crawl specific folders. You can have it follow the robots.txt instructions. You can set up the crawl schedule, so on and so forth. So some really powerful features you can set up here. And people, so you can actually invite people from your team and also clients as well. So all you do is add their email address and you can add them as an account owner, a colleague, or a client. This is also another great feature, so checks. So you can tell SiteGuru what exactly it should be checking, and then you can connect your Google Search Console and Google Analytics accounts, ignored pages. So this is a page that it is ignoring, and delete site. So you could delete this site and then you can add another site for it to crawl. Now you'll notice that I do have my company logo at the top and also at the bottom. So if you invite your clients, they'll log in and see your logo instead of SiteGuru. So it gives you a little bit more of a professional brand, okay? So to set up all of the white labeling, it's under white label settings, and white label settings are a part of the Pro Add-on feature. And I'll get into the Pro Add-on in a moment because it's something that's very important that you need to be aware of because it'll give you features such as the white labeling. Okay, so you can add your logos here. And the most important part is the white label subdomain. So you can add your own subdomain. So instead of using siteguru.co, it'll have yourname.seoreport.online. So it's totally white label from the branding side and also the URL side. And you can also disable the support for clients as well, which is the support on the bottom right-hand corner. So regarding the Pro Add-on, okay, so I have two codes, which will give me two websites. Now, if you click on Add Website, I just need to pay $79 to add another website. But again, remember, you could delete or remove a website, and then you could replace that slot with a brand new website. So that is good to know. So you could create SEO reports for prospective clients that you want to bring on for your agency. So this is kind of a good lead magnet. Now, one thing regarding lead magnets, there are tons of other SEO audit tools out there, and many of them do offer kind of like a lead magnet feature. So you can actually embed an SEO audit checker on your website. So they could add their URL and then the tool will automatically audit their website. And that report will be acted as a lead magnet. Now, I really wish SiteGuru did offer some type of lead magnet feature. But when it comes to the Pro Add-on feature, so it is $29 per month, okay, for the Pro features. Pro features are not a part of the standard AppSumo deal. So with the Pro features add-on, you get the custom report builder, which you just saw. So you can build your custom report. Now let me go back and talk more about the custom report builder because I didn't show you that earlier. So if you go to templates, if you click on blank, start from scratch. So here is where you can basically build out your entire report. So you can add a cover page here. One thing to note is that you cannot change the specific elements that you drag into your report. Like say, for example, I want to move things around or update some of the text. You cannot do that. So you just basically click on any of these reports on the left-hand side, and then it'll be put into this report. Now, again, you cannot change any of this text or design, but you basically just add whatever you want to share with your clients, and then you click on save and generate, and it is right here. You can download it and then share it with your clients. The Pro plan also includes Google indexation monitoring, internal link suggestions, similar content report, and also white label features. Okay, so if you want all of these features, you need to pay $39 per month. I do like how this AppSumo deal is structured because one code is for one website. So if you want to use SiteGuru on multiple websites, you just buy as many codes as you want. So it's very easy. Also, another thing to note is that one code gives you the ability to crawl 500 pages. But if you stack multiple codes, you can kind of divvy up the pages. Okay, so for example, if you have 2 codes, you can have SiteGuru crawl like 800 pages for one website and then 200 pages for your second website, okay? So it's not 500 pages tied to one website. It's basically you have this allotted amount and then you can crawl however many pages for each website you specify. And then you can specify under the crawl setting. So you can only crawl a specific folder or select these other options as well. Now let's take a look at the pros and cons, okay? So I think for the pros, I really like the white label reports. They are very easy to build. You can download the PDFs and share it with your clients. I also like how it's easy to see what content and technical issues you have by looking at those reports. And the tool also offers great keyword tracking. I think this is a standout feature for me. I didn't think it would track keywords, but it does, and it does it in a very nice visual way. And I also like how you can connect your Google Search Console and Google Analytics, so you can take a look at that data inside SiteGuru. Now, when it comes to the cons, for whatever reason, it wasn't able to crawl many of my pages. I had to force SiteGuru to crawl many of the URLs individually for some reason. And I think the UI UX needs some work. Like for example, the headings, like this area, I think needs a lot of work, the navigation, but more specifically, this area needs work. And also some elements inside the tables too. Like I wish if you hover over these columns, I wish there would be like kind of like a pop-up that kind of explains what all of these really mean, including like this 403 forbidden. For people who are less technical, this really wouldn't make sense for them. So I wish they offered more explanations. And when it comes to the white label reports, I like them, but at the same time, you have minimal editing options. Like you cannot change the text, the colors, the fonts, the layout, so on and so forth. And unfortunately, if you want access to the white label reports, including other features, you do need to pay $29 per month for the Pro Add-on. But keep in mind, it's $29 for all the websites you have. It's not per website, it's for your entire account. Now, my final verdict, should you get this? Yes, maybe, or no? I say maybe, but leaning yes, right? So I think all SEO professionals need a tool like this because it makes it so easy for you to do SEO audits. Now, if you have a similar tool like SiteGuru, I think you can skip this tool. But if you don't have a tool like this, I would say definitely grab it while you still can. Unfortunately, I personally think this tool is a little bit hard to navigate because I don't know always where I am inside of the tool. The headings inside the tool need to be updated. Also, the way it displays issues in my site could be improved. And I've used tons of other site auditing tools before, and I think they do a better job displaying that information. But I do like how the checks that it does do on your site are all very important. So if you fix all of the issues that the tool finds, it's almost guaranteed that you will improve your website rankings and traffic. So this type of site auditing tool I think is very beneficial and much needed for SEO professionals.